Let's take a look then at the remaining fixtures for Santi. Remember, he's only got 2 weeks in which he's allowed to be the interim manager. You've got Valladolid coming up this weekend, then away against Viktoria Plzen in the Champions League, then away in Vigo against Celta Vigo. Stevie, if he wins those matches, should he be given the job?
Well, it looks like they're going to have to.
Well, they don't have to do anything, do they?
Well, if you can only be allowed a 2 or 3 week period to be the interim, then you think that's going to get in the way of anything? If they haven't sorted something out or they haven't decided what they want to do, then they'll just say to him, behind closed doors, look, we're going to give you the job as a manager, but, you know, you and I both know that this is maybe to the end of the season, and obviously we'll see how it goes, but nothing's going to change. So this interim tag's just a waste of space.
So these 3 matches kind of mean nothing, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? But what if he loses them all?
Well, they've been getting beat anyway.
Yeah, but if they lose these 3 games, you can't give him the job off the back of that, can you?
And unless you've got something organised, then you just give him a 6 months deal and say, look, we'll give you to the end of the year.
Even if you lose those 3 games?
So what are you going to do? You're going to get rid of him and then bring somebody else in?
Well, you're going to have to, surely. You've got to be in a situation...
Well, you don't. Listen, you've only brought him in because you don't have anybody else right now.
Right.
He knows the squad, he knows the players, he knows how it works at the club. And so until you've decided who you actually want, then you'll figure out a way, regardless of whether he wins or loses these games, of keeping him there until you figure out what you're going to do.
I think if he loses those 3 games, he's toast, isn't he?
But,
I mean, you can't lose those games. What's the difference?
Seriously, what's the difference? They can't
win
a game for toffee as it is.
We should play Barcelona. We've got
Valladolid, Viktoria Plzen.
I can't say that.
Celta Vigo.
Celta Vigo. Look, there's talk today again.
Hold on a minute. You're the very guy that says we don't talk in ifs and ands and buts here. I mean, you know what I mean? We're all hitting hypotheticals.
Well, they asked you a question. I mean, if he loses the 3 games, he's going to get the job. No, he's not.
I'm telling you right now, after these 3 games, he will not get the bullet.
He's not losing the 3 games. They're not losing those games anyway, I don't think.
Right.
But it's been reported in England today, Roberto Martinez again.
Yes.
I don't know if they've made contact with the Belgium FA, but you'd imagine he would be pretty interested in that. I would think.
Would you want it if you're Roberto Martinez?
What, to be the manager of Real? I know it's a different. I know.
You're coming in at a difficult time.
Well, they're coming in. Well, Stevie just mentioned they can hardly win a game. So
yeah.
It's an ego thing. I'm absolutely sure he would want it.
You normally get jobs when the team's struggling, regardless. So to be able to go into Real Madrid and look at the ability and the players they have, any coach worth his salt will think that he can sort it out.
To your point, Stevie, I do think that if you're depending on the results against Valladolid, Viktoria Plzen, Celta Vigo to make a decision, I think you're going down a path that you don't want to be if you're Real Madrid. You should have a plan in place. And to that end, I do believe that Santi Solari is going to be the choice simply because long term, I don't think you're going to find your solution right now. And what this does is that it buys Real Madrid and the board and everybody else and Florentino Perez time to say, okay, let's have a clear picture at the end of the season and see where we are there, see what our targets are, see what players we're going to go after, and then at that point we can make a decision as to what manager we bring in. It doesn't mean that you're throwing the season away. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go after things, but it does mean that you're putting big picture, and I know that for Real Madrid is something incredible to do, but big picture ahead of can we beat Valladolid, can we beat Celta Vigo? They should be good enough to beat these teams, regardless of who the manager is.